The October 16th, 2025 meeting of the Woodbridge Township Board of Education will please come to order. Roll call, Mr. Secretary.
Mr. Coughlin.
Here.
Mr. Delapietro.
Here.
Mr. Lally.
Here.
Ms. Perez.
Here.
Mr. Sedana.
Here.
Mr. Treebwasser.
Here.
Ms. Bourdain.
Here. Mr. Secretary, as required by the Sunshine Law, please read the notice of meetings.
Thank you, Madam President. The New Jersey Open Public Meetings Law was enacted to ensure the right of the public to have advance notice of and to attend the meetings of public bodies at which any business affecting their interest is discussed or acted upon. In accordance with the provisions of this Act, the Board of Education has caused notice of this meeting to be published by having the date, time, and place thereof posted as follows. On January 21, 2025, emailed to the Home News Tribune, the Star Ledger, and the Municipal Clerk's Office, posted in Ross Street School Number 11 and the Board of Education Administration Building, also published on the school district website.
Thank you. Dr. Massimino, please introduce our student representative, Isabella Tavares from Colonia High School.
Thank you, Madam President. Isabella is currently serving as the senior class president at Colonia High School. A talented performer, she is a member of the CHS dance team and has been named captain of both the game and competition teams for the 25-26 school year. Isabella played an integral role in motivating her teammates last season, leading them to a state championship in the varsity game day division. Isabella is also an active member of Heroes and Cool Kids, a mentorship program that promotes positivity and guides the youth in becoming role models in their schools and communities. Her peers recently recognized her character and leadership by voting her into the homecoming court as one of the top 5 finalists and was ultimately crowned the CHS Homecoming Queen for the 2025-26 school year. Isabella's academic excellence is reflected in her membership in 5 honor societies: Math, Science, History, Spanish, and the National Honor Society, where she holds the president of NHS President. In addition to her commitments at CHS, Isabella is both a student and instructor at the Vern Fowler School of Dance. Looking ahead, Isabella plans to pursue a degree in biology through a pre-optometry program. She hopes to become a doctor of optometry and one day open her own practice. Isabella, thank you for joining us this evening.
Thank you so much, Dr. Massimino, and for everyone else for having me here today. District-wide, our schools have welcomed families to kick off the 2025-2026 school year with open houses and back-to-school activities. Families who attended were able to visit classrooms and meet with teachers, helping to build strong homeschool connections for the year ahead. During the week of October 6th through October 10th, our schools observed a week of respect and inclusion. Throughout the week, students participated in activities and lessons that promoted kindness, respect, and celebrating diversity. A special thanks to the WPD who stopped by to visit with our students as guest speakers. At school number 4 and 5, this month also kicked off the start of our monthly library visits. Beginning in first grade, students are issued a library card and acquainted with the public library. They visit each month to exchange books and participate in literacy activities. The Avenel Fire Company and Sparky visited the students for a Fire Safety Week assembly. The students were reminded of fire safety procedures and were given the opportunity to explore the fire trucks. At school number 20, Claremont Avenue celebrated the first Claremont Spirit Day and beginning of Cougar Compliments and character education programs. Claremont Cougars build character. Cougar Compliment paw prints are proudly displayed in the halls of Claremont Avenue School. Claremont Avenue students participated in an assembly held by Jenkinson's Aquarium where they learned about penguins' natural habitats and saw live penguins. Claremont Avenue School participated in their first walk to school day. At school number 21 on September 25th, our PTO held their first family event, Candy Bar Bingo, which was a huge success. We are very lucky to have an active, supportive PTO that continues to work towards creating fun, memorable experiences for our students and their families. On October 1st, Eagle Pride Assembly happened. Throughout the school day, students earned tickets for exhibiting respectful behavior, making good choices, and being a good friend. At the assembly, tickets are drawn and winners get to spin the wheel for prizes. Our school counselor also teaches a monthly lesson at these assemblies, and our athletes, musicians, and artists of the month are also recognized. On October 8th, Oak Ridge Heights also participated in Walk Your Child to School Day for the first time. PTO chalked the walk, highlighting use of our crosswalk. WPD joined us as well, and we hope to continue this annual tradition. At school number 22, on September 22nd, we had our first Spirit Day of the school year. Our students had a walkathon while showcasing their green and gold. On October 1st, we held our first Bucket Filler Day of the school year. These monthly celebrations held on the first school day of each month support our character education program known as Bucket Filling. Teachers deliver lessons reinforcing the tenets of the program, and our positive referral students are called to the office to be recognized for their positive character during the preceding month. Also, from October 6th through the 10th, our students recognized Fire Prevention Week, culminating with an assembly led by the fire marshal. Students also got to explore a real fire truck. At school number 23, Woodbine Ave welcomed Officer Harris from the Woodbridge Police Department for a day of learning about respect. Fire official Spiller and the Avenel Fire Department visited Woodbine and taught our students about fire safety. School number 23 held our annual Fall Festival. Students visited a petting zoo, a pumpkin patch, and read fall stories with our Woodbine community. At School 27 on Saturday, September 27th, the PTO hosted our annual Lions Color Run, where students, families, and staff celebrated school spirit with a fun and colorful community event. On October 27th, our school community will gather to bury a time capsule filled with student work and artifacts to be opened in the year 2050. At Colonia Middle School, the school was awarded first place in the No Hate in the Garden State Youth Competition. Our entire school community enjoyed our BIS kickoff event, celebrating our 3 core values of respect, responsibility, and readiness. And finally, at Colonia High School, CHS welcomed 6 new teachers. 80 Senior Patriot Ambassadors welcomed over 230 new students to CHS on August 26th. On September 22nd, National Honor Society members volunteered at the Colonia Firehouse for their spaghetti dinner. On October 14th, Colonia High School welcomed Rutgers professor Nuria Segarra, who spoke with the science research students about her work using eye tracking while studying psycholinguistics. On October 29th, the Colonia High School science research students visited Kane University, where they toured the research facilities in the STEM building on campus. While there, students were also able to experience a virtual 3D simulator used in a variety of studies on campus. Throughout October, CHS is participating in the SEWA Diwali Food Drive through our Asian Culture Club. On October 28th, CHS's Asian Culture Club is hosting a Garba event, an evening of music and dance based on the Navratri festival, which is celebrated throughout India in the fall.
Thank you, Isabella, for your detailed report. I'd like to point out that Mr. Cherry, your principal, is here. Thank you, Mr. Cherry, for coming to support your student. You're both welcome to stay. However, if you are unable to, we will not be offended.
Thank you so much for the offer. I have a lot of homework waiting for me at home.
Understood.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Mr. Treebwasser, please read the closed session statement.
Thank you, Madam President. In compliance with the Sunshine Law, the board must go into closed session in order to discuss subjects exempted from the public portion of the meeting. Our discussion to be held in closed session will be regarding personnel matters and privacy interests. In addition, there will be a discussion regarding student matter. Any information regarding closed session discussion will be released to the public when the reason for discussing these matters in closed session no longer exists. I move for the adoption of the foregoing.
I have a motion by Mr. Treebwasser. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Della Pietro. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Yeah, no.
Carried. Board will go into closed session.
To speak and.
Please rise for a salute to the flag and a moment of silence. Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Do I have a motion to reconvene?
So motion.
Motion by Mr. Treebwasser, second by Mr. Della Pietro. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Thank you.
Carried. Roll call, Mr. Secretary.
Mr. Coughlin.
Here.
Mr. Della Pietro.
Here.
Mr. Lally.
Yeah, here.
Ms. Perez.
Here.
Mr. Sedana.
Here.
Mr. Treebwasser.
Here.
Ms. Bourdain.
Here. Will someone please make a motion to approve the minutes of previous meeting?
So motion.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Sedana, second by Mr. Della Pietro. Are there any additions or corrections? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Carried. Mr. Prostorino, please provide an overview of the 2024-25 NJSLA Spring Report.
Thank you, Madam President. Tonight's NJSLA presentation is made up of score reports for the 2024-2025 spring NJSLA. Students were tested in grades 3 to 9 in both English language arts and mathematics. The report contains a district analysis in Section 1, a demographic analysis in Section 2, and intervention strategies in Section 3. What's important for parents to understand with regard to the intervention strategies are both the tools and services provided by the school district to supplement their instruction in an effort to ensure they are on or at least demonstrating growth towards grade level indicators like the NJSLS. I would encourage our families to discuss any concerns with their classroom teacher, who will be able to provide your family a more tailored approach and understanding of the tools being provided. Approximately 3 weeks ago, a letter was sent home to parents of students who took the NJSLA this past spring. This letter contained information relevant to accessing a detailed breakdown of your child's score report. Parents are encouraged to contact their guidance counselors along with their classroom teachers if they're having difficulty accessing those scores. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Pastorino. Curriculum, extracurricular activities, and technology. Mr. Sedana. Oh, what did I do?
Don't we have the
Well, that's not what's next on mine.
open session for the?
Oh, I sure did. I'm sorry. I went out of order. Mr. Secretary, please state for the record any bids received by the board.
None at this time.
Thank you. Dr. Massimino, please state for the record the superintendent's reports for the month of September 25.
Thank you, Madam President. I present to the board the following reports for the month of September 2025. Register of the statistics, report of fire drills, student suspension, report for elementary and secondary, bomb threat report, and the monthly report of the attendance officers.
Thank you, Dr. Massimino. The Woodbridge Township Board of Education welcomes and encourages active, productive, and respectful participation by members of the public and seeks to protect the First Amendment rights of those who engage in the exercise of free speech at this Board of Education meeting. Members of the public are requested to express themselves in a civil manner with due respect for the dignity and privacy for those whose legal rights may be impacted. The public is now invited to speak regarding the agendas being presented this evening. When you come to the microphone, please provide your name and the section of the township in which you reside, along with the specific agenda item you wish to discuss. As per Regulation 1100D, comments must be limited to no more than 5 minutes. No responses will be given until you have completed your opportunity to speak. Anybody wish to speak on the agenda?
Good evening. Tom Maris, Forge, New Jersey. Specifically, yes, I'd like to speak to the finance and insurance section of the agenda. Point number 1, the Finance and Insurance Committee, where it refers to the Board of Education, approves the payments of bills in the amount of $22,736,369.26. Just prior to the meeting, I did have a chance to talk to Mr. Wolferman. That number, he assures me, is correct. And I bring that up because at the last meeting, there was an error made, which this board approved, and that error was in about $4.85 million, which subsequently was shown to be an incorrect number. It was actually a duplication, and yet you approved it without anybody questioning it. Well, tonight I'm questioning, can anybody on this board explain, and I'm talking to the board because you're approving it, what that $22,736,000 covers?
Is that all your questions, Mr. Maris?
That's the question. That's
Is
the
that
only
all
one
of
I
your
have.
questions?
Can you explain where that 20, because typically it's 4 million and some odd. Now we're up to 22 million. What is that huge increase in expenditures? And I'm asking the board, you're voting on it. Do you know?
Mr. Maris?
Yeah, I mean, Mr. Wolferman can answer the question as the board secretary.
Of course.
He is
I'm
a
asking the board.
I understand. Mr. Wolferman?
Yeah, Mr. Maris, I have a complete list, which we looked at earlier, detailing all the
It's a
payments.
public session. I'm asking the board
I
if
understand.
they know they're going to vote on it. Not for you to explain it or for me to get the
I had,
questions
Mr.
tomorrow.
Maris, I don't think any one of us,
Yeah, that's.
we don't have a
I didn't
list in
think
front
you
of
could,
us.
and
We
that's
don't
all I needed to
memorize-
hear. Thank you
we-
very much.
We don't memorize
And,
all of the bills.
Mr. Wolferman, is there a way for you to summarize generally what the, big picture for the community, to the extent that anyone actually wants to know the answer to this question?
Sure, Mr. Bush. We have bills, we have payroll, we have bills for all kinds of things, programs that we pay for. I couldn't even delineate. There's
Right.
things with the Buildings and Grounds Department, things that are capital projects that are all included.
In some months it's higher than others, just because that's the nature of whatever you're doing or approving at that month, correct?
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? Agenda items?
Hello. Paul Lunt from Hope Lawn. I think this comes under finance. The Department of Education spent over $1 billion.
I'm sorry, Mr. Lund, this is strictly on agenda items that are listed on the agenda.
Right. Would this
What number are you speaking about?
C,
No,
finance?
no, something that's on the agenda.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
It would be a number.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. You're welcome to ask your question at the end. Anybody else? Okay. Dr. Massimino, please provide an overview of the annual district report of violence and vandalism for the 2024-25 school year.
Thank you, Madam President. Anybody that wants to take a look at the annual report can take a look at it. The important part that I always try to look at it is I look at it a year-over-year basis. Obviously, the goal is for each year for us to see a decrease in incidents of violence, vandalism, and HIB reporting. And I'm pleased to announce, if you look at the 2023-24 and the 2024-25 numbers, we have seen some substantial decreases. I do attribute this in no small part to the measures we've implemented. We implemented additional counselors several years back. I think the increase in interventionists, I absolutely think the school security officers and the security measures we've taken have led to a decrease in violent incidents. And I also think the education that has been provided and the training for both teachers, administrators, and students, you're starting to see the dividends in that. So, everybody's welcome to take a look at it. Like I said, I always try to take a look at it through the lens of how are we doing compared to the previous year. And 2024-2025 did see a tremendous decrease across the board. So we're happy to see that trend. We hope it continues. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Massimino. Do you have any recommendations for us this evening?
I do. That page. Thank you, Madam President. I have 15 items to present to the board this evening.
Move for the adoption of the foregoing.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Delapietro, motion by Mr. Truebosser. Are there any comments or questions from the board? Roll call, Mr. Secretary.
Ms. Anderson? Oh, excuse me.
not here.
Mr. Coughlin? Sorry.
Yes.
Mr. Delapietro?
Yes.
Mr. Lally?
Yes.
Ms. Perez?
Madam President, I will be abstaining on item number 12 in the name of Rutgers. Yes to all other items.
Thank you. Mr. Sedana?
Yes.
Mr. Truebosser?
Yes.
Ms. Bourdain?
Yes. Communication, policy, and planning agenda. Mr. Coughlin.
The Communication Policy and Planning Committee, on recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools, presents the following 10 recommendations. I move for the adoption of the foregoing.
I have a motion by Mr. Coughlin. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Perez. Any comments or questions from the board? Roll call, Mr. Wolferman.
Mr. Coughlin?
Yes.
Mr. Delapietro?
Yes.
Mr. Lally?
Yes.
Ms. Perez?
Yes.
Mr. Sedana?
Yes.
Mr. Truebosser?
Yes.
Ms. Bourdain?
Yes. And since I've skipped ahead, Mr. Prosserino already gave his overview. Thank you. Curriculum, extracurricular, and activities, and technology, Mr. Sedana.
Thank you, Madam President. The Curriculum, Extracurricular Activities, and Technology Committee, on the recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools, presents the following 12 items. I move for the adoption of the foregoing.
I have a motion by Mr. Sedana. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Coughlin. Any comments or questions from the board?
Madam President,
Yes?
I would like to acknowledge and appreciate what Mr. Postrino, as well as the COLT members, have done in terms of not just cost, but also the effectiveness of programs. I think one of the things that we talked at length about was course corrections based on programs that work, or the efficacy of the programs. And I think that data has been taken into account. And I would like to acknowledge that from a leadership perspective, starting all the way from Dr. Massimino all the way down to the respective schools. So I would like to appreciate that, and just that is reflective on today's agenda and future agendas to come, I'm sure. So thank you for that. Truly do appreciate it.
Thank you, Mr. Sedana. Roll call.
Mr. Coughlin?
Yes.
Mr. Delapietro?
Yes.
Mr. Lally?
Yes.
Ms. Perez?
Yes.
Mr. Sedana?
Yes.
Mr. Truebosser?
Yes.
Ms. Bourdain?
Yes. Finance and Insurance Agenda, Mr. Truebosser.
Thank you, Madam President. The Finance and Insurance Committee, on recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools and the City's Administrative Board Secretary, presents the following 14 items. I move for the adoption of the foregoing.
I have a motion by Mr. Treebosser. Do I have a second?
Second?
Second by Ms. Perez. Any comments or questions from the board? Roll call, Mr. Wolferman?
Mr. Coughlin?
Yes.
Mr. Delapietro?
Yes.
Mr. Lally?
Yes.
Ms. Perez?
Yes.
Mr. Sedana?
Yes.
Mr. Treebosser?
Yes.
And Ms. Bourdain?
Yes. Dining and Transportation, Ms. Perez.
Thank you, Madam President. The Dining and Transportation Committee, on recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools and the Business Administrator Board Secretary, present the following 4 items. I move for the adoption of the foregoing.
I have a motion by Ms. Perez. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Delapietro. Any comments or questions from the board? Roll call, Mr. Wolferman?
Mr. Coughlin?
Yes.
Mr. Delapietro?
Yes.
Mr. Lally?
Yes.
Ms. Perez?
Yes.
Mr. Sedana?
Yes.
Mr. Treebosser?
Yes.
And Ms. Bourdain?
Yes. Personnel agenda, Mr. Delapietro.
Thank you, Madam President. The Personnel Committee, on recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools and the Assistant Superintendent for Human Resources, presents the following 72 items. Move for the adoption of foregoing.
I have a motion by Mr. Delapietro. Do I have a second?
Second?
Second by Mr. Sedana. Any comments or questions from the board? Roll call, Mr. Wolferman?
Mr. Coughlin?
Yes.
Mr. Delapietro?
Yes.
Mr. Lally?
Yes.
Ms. Perez?
Yes.
Mr. Sedana?
Yes.
Mr. Treebosser?
On item 38, I'll be abstaining on the name Valerie Strauss. Yes on all other items.
Ms. Bourdain?
Yes. Mr. Bush, do you have any recommendations?
Not tonight. Thank you, Madam President.
Is there any old business that should be brought to the attention of the board? Is there any new business that should be brought to the attention of the board?
Yes, Madam President. Excuse me. I just wanted to mention that there is an Oktoberfest going on Saturday, October 25th at JFK. It's for JFK High School and Middle School cheer. I think that would be helpful for the community if people attended.
Thank you, Madam. Thank you, Madam President. I have one item. The Woodbridge High School Cheer and Dance presents their Trunk or Treat event on October 30th from 4 to 6 p.m. at front at the high school oval. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you, Mr. Lally.
Madam President. The theme, there's going to be a trunk or treat hosted at Colonia High School, and this is on Saturday, October 18th from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Thank you, Ms. Perez. And I'm going to wrap up this with Cuptoberfest, which is being held from 3 to 6 p.m. at Parker Press Park on Sunday, the 19th. There is one other thing I wanted to point out this evening on the superintendent's agenda. You'll see a resolution for one of our staff members, Miss Mackenzie Atherton. During a high school football practice, our athletic trainer, Mackenzie Atherton, heroically sprang into action when a player suddenly collapsed on the field. Recognizing the signs of cardiac arrest, Ms. Atherton quickly administered CPR, restoring the player's heartbeat before medical services arrived. Thanks to her swift response and life-saving skills, the student made a remarkable recovery, and the incident highlighted the critical role athletic trainers play in ensuring athletic safety. We are so fortunate to have Ms. Atherton for the past 9 years and hopefully for the rest of her long career. Thank you for all that you do for our athletes and our school. Anybody else?
Madam President, I just want to bring to the attention of the community and appreciate Mr. Ali for the Seva Diwali food drives that have been happening all over the schools. I think this is the 5th or 6th year, and I would like to appreciate the community. I think last year in the township alone, we donated to We Feed Woodbridge and the programs locally about 100,000 pounds of food. We hope to double that this year. So thank you to the community and the schools and the effort by Mr. Ali and Colt. So thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sedana. Anybody else? We will now open the meeting for public comment. If you wish to say something, please come to the microphone, provide your name and the section of the township in which you reside for the record. Again, members of the public are requested to express themselves in a civil manner with due respect for the dignity and privacy of those whose legal rights may be impacted. Please limit your comments to no more than 5 minutes in accordance with Regulation 1100D. No response will be given until you have fully completed all of your comments, so as to not interrupt your 5-minute opportunity to speak.
Good evening, everybody. John Bertali. I make it fast today. It's a definitely political year. And what you hear on the streets over here, what concerns the people mostly is the high taxes. Our schools are failing. And of course, who they blame? They blame the administration, they're blaming you. It's not your fault. What we try to say, talk to other communities, other mayors, other senators, state senators, and I believe so far, I talked to a lot of people, Woodbridge is the only one that give a tax abatements to residential buildings. Other towns, they just do it. They're doing the warehouses, brownfields, but so far Woodbridge is the only one. You talk to Mayor McCormick, he's going to tell you, well, I didn't raise taxes. I didn't raise this year tax. I didn't raise 2-3 years tax. But we know the youth budget went up. You had to raise the taxes. And he's going to tell you he gets $200 million so far he spent on schools. He's giving 24% of the money he gets of pilot programs. You know youth. Numbers, it's not enough. Who has to pay the balance? Residential people. All the apartments, they're residential. Other towns don't do it. Why do we do it? It's not fair. It's not fair to you people, not fair to residents. And of course, those people, they get those abatements for 30, 35 years now. How long can you do it? You know where those kids coming from. They come from those apartments too. Everything comes up. You get a lot of kids in the schools. I believe I heard areas where 26% don't speak English. Woodbridge, I heard about 20-some% kids don't speak English. It takes much more than just teach the kids they're here from day one. You can't expect somebody comes overseas or any place else, first year, second year, and put him in the same grade with the other kids that are more advanced. You have to get special teachers. And the mayor would go there and he says, well, you know, now we're going to have an open coffee shop, McCormick coffee shop or something, lunchtime, and we're going to have high school kids who are going to go there and could serve the breakfast lunch. Then I said, well, wait a minute. I know kids need help in schools. Why don't you have in the summertime, school break, any break, get those bright kids that speak more than one language, most of them, a lot of them, and they're the one who be able to tutor those kids instead of teachers. I know teachers get paid, of course. You should have teacher supervisor, but should be other kids, students. Myself was one of them years ago back. I was more comfortable learning English from another kid than from the teacher because there was no pressure on it. If you made a mistake, you could have left it off or something. So I think things like that. But you're getting blamed because things are not going right for the schools. We're getting blamed because everything goes up. Everything goes up. He gets his money. Now, if he only gets 24% from the budget to your schools, and you got 60% budget, school budget, each dollar goes to schools, who pays the rest? So I would advise you people speak up. He gets elected. He's just a tenant. He's not a landlord. He could be replaced. Anybody could be replaced. So please speak up for good of the town and get his reputation. But look at the other towns. They don't do it. Why are we doing it? Why are we coming in? Oh, otherwise they won't build. They don't have to build. They don't do us a favor building here. Why do we have to support those people? Why do you grease the fed goose neck, so to speak? And that's what we say in Europe. So please stand up. Don't be afraid. Because people got you elected. And you don't get paid what you do, but you be blamed. Oh, it's a board education. What did they do? You're going to hear it even tonight. It's your fault. No, it's not your fault. They say, here's what you got to do. And then you got us the taxes. Why didn't they raise the taxes? Why don't they give us the 24%? Why did they residential tax? You get 60% from every dollar he gets for those pilot programs. I don't want to take much time. I got to go to the funeral yet, so I'm sorry. But again, speak up. Don't be afraid. I'm proud of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Patek.
Good evening. Madam President, members of the board, I speak today as a teacher and a citizen concerned with the trajectory of our school policies under the banners of diversity, equity, and inclusion. Let me be clear, I do not come here to sow division, but to expose it. These ideologies, while presented as compassionate, are inherently coercive. They segregate our students and staff into hierarchies of identity where white, Christian, heterosexual males are cast as innate oppressors, are routinely silenced, disciplined, or branded as harmful. This includes people of faith generally, conservatives, even centrists. If you teach children that disagreement is violence, what happens next? When speech is framed as harm, the one who speaks becomes a threat. And when you dehumanize a group long enough, someone eventually treats them accordingly. A conservative speaker like Charlie Kirk is not simply debated but demonized and executed. People who hold traditional values are not just treated as wrong but as dangerous. That's not education, that's indoctrination. I urge this board to re-examine these programs, DEI, and the gender affirmation coming from gender queer ideology, not based on their slogans but based on their fruits. Ask yourselves, are these programs truly promoting understanding or enforcing conformity? Are they unifying students or dividing them into factions? Are they equipping kids for civic life or preparing them to condemn their neighbors? The stakes are too high to stay silent. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lund.
Good evening again. Tom Maris, Forge, New Jersey. A couple of questions. Unfortunately, the last time we were here, discussions were about how somebody, forgive the pun, dropped the baton. As far as the bands were concerned, hopefully that has been straightened out, rectified, and that they all went on, that is each school, and were able to participate in whatever competitions they were planning on doing. And did so successfully. I don't know the outcome of how it went, but certainly we're all very proud of the parents and the students, and of course the faculty for promoting that, because I think it's a great opportunity. It's part, as far as I'm concerned, it's part of the arts, which is an essential part of education for children. Moving on, though, I wanted to get into something else. We brought up, and Mr. Lund just did it again, on DEI. At the last meeting, we were told, I remember correctly, and there's tapes to show it, Ms. Anderson, we don't have DEI. Well, I would call your attention that you set aside, certify every year the annual comprehensive financial record for the township. Within that body of work, there's an organizational chart that clearly shows on the board that you have a spot for diversity, equity, inclusion. Further on that, you show that Mr. Ali is the individual, and there's nothing wrong with Mr. Ali, I'm just saying what the record show. So to say that you don't have DEI programs or have not had them is obviously a misnomer, because you certified to the state that you do have it. I'm sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you. So I'd like you to explain how you can say you don't have it on one point and then turn around and say to the state on a financially certified record that it's part of your organizational chart and you do have people in there. Now, I have not had a chance to go through those records to see how much money was appropriated and spent under the DEI programs, but I fully intend to do that. Again, I would just come back to something else on the questions tonight. When I talked about the increase of $22,700,000 plus 680, I'm sorry. The reason I was concerned about that, as I said the last time, there was a misprint, and I was worried about how can you vote on something if you don't understand it and you're approving it and you don't question it. Certainly a number that big, if I were on the board, I'd want to know what that entailed before I voted for it one way or the other. That said, I see that you're raising the budget again. It's going up by another $687,000 and change. Is there any cap on this budget? How far can you continue to push it? Because I don't believe that the public has any say in your budget authority right at this point in time. Those are my questions. Thank you. Any comments?
Mr. Maris, I do want to address, you questioned about the band. That had actually been resolved before the meeting last month, and they have what they need, and they have been successfully able to get to any competition or game that they've been able, that they've needed to get to.
Thank you.
Dr. Mespino?
Mr. Maris, just a quick question. I think I know the answer, but I want to be certain. I know the information about the organizational chart. Can you tell me what year that was from, the audit?
You signed it off in January of this year, and it was for last year's audit, 2024.
Okay, so I believe it was probably before we redid the organizational chart.
But again, to say that you've never had DEI, you don't have DEI.
That's not the.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not going to go back and
argue. We're not going to debate.
We're not going to go back and forth. You're asking. I'm trying to answer a question.
Thank you.
We're not going to do this again.
Okay.
I never said we didn't used to have. Obviously, we used to have it. I would be a fool to say it wasn't. Obviously, we did. We changed it. We changed the organizational chart to reflect the changes that we've made.
You changed the wording, that's for sure.
Again, not a debate, Mr. Maris, but I.
No, we know. Thank you.
You have a good day.
Mr. Maris? Mr. Maris?
Mr. Maris, Mr. Treebwasser would like to.
Answer your question about the capital projects. That's a transfer from our capital reserve account. And because we're putting money into the operating budget, we have to readopt the budget. So it didn't increase anybody's taxes. It's money, it's moving, it's transfer, it's required according to the accounting principles.
All right. And nobody answered the question about how far can you continue to raise the budgets?
We're not rating the budget, Mr. Maris. We allocate monies for future projects, and when we need them, we transfer them according to what the standards are, and then we have to put an item on the agenda so that the public is aware where we're taking the money from.
Correct.
And also to bring up your question, we operate as a committee system, which I know you're aware of. So while you were speaking, I did make some notes on what that $22 million was for. But since our board attorney said that the business administrator should answer it, I certainly acquiesce to him. But anytime you have a question for me, I'm more than happy to answer it for you.
Thank you, I appreciate
and
that.
if I don't have the correct answer, Mr. Maris, I will get it for you.
Well,
Thank you. Thank you.
I'd ask you to look at your own records because you turned
Mr.
around.
Maris, thank you very much for your time tonight. We appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
Oh, this is from that organization.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mishi Patel.
And I'm Liam Chang, and we are both 12th grade seniors at John F. Kennedy Memorial High School. We are also two members of the New Jersey State Executive Council for FCCLA.
This past summer in July, our JFK's FCCLA chapter went to our National Leadership Conference in Orlando, Florida. We had 18 members attend, and we were chaperoned by Ms. Santana, Ms. Della Pietro, and Ms. Julie, who is one of the parent chaperones. All of the members that attended were able to attend national workshops, general sessions, and competed at a national level, which was really impressive. Myself and Liam also got the opportunity to lead a workshop at the National Leadership Conference. Our workshop was about the importance of community service, and we have been working on a program ever since last year. It's called a Safety Ambassadors Program, and we meet every month, and that's our goal, and that is to increase service participation in our whole state. I work with different schools around the whole state.
At our National Leadership Conference, we were able to bring home 11 silver medals. The following students received silver medals: Prachi Patel, Milton Reyes, Jaylene Sains, Annabella Lingwandi, China Zomdyke, Pearl Shaw, Liam Chang, Sophia Shu, Riddhi Patel, Radha Patel, Jasia Sains, and we also brought home 6 gold medals. The following students received gold medals: Sachi Patel, Vanchika Tangri, Shamvir Singh, and the following 3 students were able to not only receive gold medals, but also place top 10 nationally in their competitions. This was Nishant Bandal, Tejas Pawar, and Mishri Patel.
At this conference, our advisor, Ms. Santana, also received a national award called the Spirit of Advising Award. And this award recognizes chapter advisors who are faithful and dedicated, often working quietly behind the scenes for their student successes. It honors those who consistently model FCCLA and the character and integrity that we support. She has put in endless hours after school, staying with us, working on our competition events. And I don't think there would have been a perfect recipient for this award other than Ms. Santana.
This October 27th, Curriculum Connections will take place. This is an annual conference for family and consumer science education teachers and is led by New Jersey FCCLA. At this conference, we will have guest speakers and workshops for family and consumer science teachers. This conference promotes career and technical education, and both Mishri and I will be there alongside the rest of the New Jersey State Executive Council, who will be hosting it. This November, Mishri and I will also be attending our Capitol Leadership, which officially starts the 15th, and we will be returning the 18th. Located in Washington, D.C., this leadership conference offers amazing networking opportunities for not only other state associations, but government legislation as well. We wanted to express that we are very, very honored and excited for this experience, as it is an amazing way to advocate for career and technical education, which is, if you don't know, helps prepare students for their careers in the future.
One of our other upcoming events at our school at John F. Kennedy Memorial High School is our upcoming annual kickball game, which in order to participate in the kickball game or just to come and watch, they have to bring in a non-perishable food item and a pair of shoes for Alzheimer's. So we're really looking forward to that because it's one of our favorite service initiatives. It gets competitive and we're helping and giving back, so it's just great. Thank you so much.
Wow, thank you so much, guys. That's impressive. I want to congratulate you and your fellow students on all of your impressive medals and top honors, and to Ms. Santana for her amazing work and receiving that award. And the praise of students is probably an even bigger reward. So thank you.
Excellent. Excellent.
Ms. Bourdain, one quick thing.
Yes.
I just want to say that I've had kids in the district, my own children and my nieces and nephews, since 1992. So yes, I am old. But I just want you to know that DEI is an umbrella. That is what we used to do in the district. We used to call it character education, pillars of education and learning. These are things that our district has always embraced, about treating people fairly and equitably, not diminishing anyone based on any other reason that is not necessary. We don't pick on people because of their color, their gender, their race, or anything else. We accept people, and we always have in our district. And it upsets me to think that anybody would think that treating people fairly, equitably, and embracing the diversity of our community is bad. I'm letting you all know, even though you're not here, it is not a bad thing. It is great. That is what makes Woodbridge School District something that is something to be revered and to be learned about. And quite honestly, I can't speak for anyone but myself, but I do take responsibility. The way this district's performed is absolutely a reflection on my efforts, and I believe the administration's efforts and everybody who works in this district. So when I hear people say that, it's not our fault, we take responsibility. We don't look to shirk our duties. We're here. We don't get paid for it. We're here because this is important to us. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Treebwasser. And Mr. Ali, we appreciate you and everything that you do. Yeah, you're not. Okay, is that all?
So motion.
The chair will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So motion.
Mr. Treebwasser and Mr. Della Pietro. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Carried. Meeting is adjourned.